Well, hello everyone. It's Shane out for a bit of a play today on the KTM. It's a bit cooler. It has been really hot over summer, but out for a bit of a play on the big girl. It's been going really well, but no real sort of issues with it. I think I noted most of the things I may have had come loose in my last video when I reviewed it. Since then, it's been very good. No problems with it at all. What I've done, I've actually had put the Tractionator Adventurer tyre on the back. Now, since I've actually had the bike, I've actually got 4,600 odd Ks on it now. This tyre has done about 3,500, about 3,500 Ks. There's not too much left on it, and that's probably, a lot of road riding also, well, not a lot, but road riding and dirt riding. And there's not too much left on there, but if you really want to run a lot lower than that, you probably get about another 500 Ks on it. So you're probably looking close to about 4,000 Ks. But that's for the bike with carrying no gear at all. Most of my riding has been like this with just a little bag on the back. And like I said, I'm only a flyweight. I'm 68 kilos. All right, so naturally if you're heavier, carrying gear, and the type of riding you're doing, you may get less, you may get more, but that's what I've got out of it. I'd like to get a lot more than that, but because they're not cheap, the old tyres. So what I've actually got coming is a Tractionator GPS. Most of you guys probably know what they are, but they're basically a 50-50 tyre, but you can also swap them around and run them as a 70-30 tyre as well, which that's what I'll be running them as, a 70-30. And everything I've read on the reviews, you seem to get a lot more Ks out of them. But anyway, I'll give you do some video on when I get that tyre and putting it on. I'll be fitting the tyre myself, so we'll see how we go and how we get sort of traction out of that. The front tyre is still the original tyre that comes with the bike, so nothing's changed there at all. All in all, yeah, it's a good bike. They only put the compression ray up on the back of this, okay, and I've actually got the compression on the forks. I put more preload on, a rebound on it as well, so I've dialed that in a lot more, and I've got the compression on as full as it will go, okay, because I do ride a little bit hard, and I do hit things pretty hard, so it's a lot better. All right, but what I do as well, I work out where I'm riding, what distance I go, and I don't have to fill the tank up. I don't fill the tank up. Today, well, I misjudged it today, so I bloody got nearly a full tank of fuel in there. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to head off down here. I'll put the camera back on when it's a little bit more something good to look at. You see the trail I'm on now. I mean, the KTM loves this. This is fine, this sort of trail. Gets a little bit rocky down here in a minute. See how we go. Don't want to hit that, do we? Here we go. So, like I said, I've probably got a good 20 litres of fuel, so I have got a fair bit. And the camera doesn't show you how steep this is. It is quite steep and pretty rough too, but you just got to take the big bike nice and slow. I've just missed 2 goannas. I know anyone's watching this video outside Australia, they're just big lizards and they get quite big. They just outsun themselves. They really get out of the way, run out of the way, but a bit of sand there. So it's pretty rocky here. Oh, that took my mirror. I'm going to fix that up. The tree attacked my mirror. How dare that? I have a hard time wheeling the bike. I can wheelie. Because of my light weight, I get no weight over the back. It's bloody annoying. I'm still running about 29 or 30 in the front, about 32 in the back, because they are tubeless, and if you flat spot the rim or something, you know, your tyre goes down. That's the only thing. That's where tubes are better. That's pretty rocky down here. Bit of sand through here. So that's probably the only downside running the high pressures. You know, you just don't get that grip sometimes. You know, your tyre doesn't get the flexibility, you know, over the terrain. I probably could run a little bit lower on the front, but anyway, rather not get a puncture. I've actually never done a plug repair either, so I wouldn't know what it's like. I know how to do it, I've actually seen it on YouTube, but I've never actually done it. So if you've all had a look at the 790, you may have seen that. There's some videos now coming out on YouTube on the 790. Yeah, I'd like to have a look at one in the flesh. I mean, I'm not getting one, I'll be keeping this for quite some time. They've already done the weight of them, 189 kilos. Oh, it's very rocky down here. We'll just concentrate a little bit. There we go. Very sandy now. 89 kilos dry. Now, remember, they say 207 kilos for the 1090 dry. And remember, that's dry. That means no fluids whatsoever. Ever. Anything. The brake fluids, you name it, nothing. So the weight of this bike, the 1090, with fluids, without fuel, is 214 kilos. Okay? So that, if they're saying claiming 189, well, you can add another 4 kilos to that. You know, so that's, let's concentrate down here. So you're looking at a bike that's 193 kilos. Then put your 20 litres on top of that, you know. So you've got a bike over 200 plus kilos. That's still a heavy bike. Yeah, so as I was saying, the KTM 790 has still got a fair bit of weight to it, but it is all down low. The Tenere looks like it might be out, maybe in Australia next year, or maybe late this year, the Tenere. They are taking orders now, apparently in Europe or somewhere. Again, they're going to be about the same price, I think, of the African Twin. So the 790, the prices have been released, I think on road. Now I think this is the S model, I'm not sure, but anyway, remember $22,500 on road. The 1090 is $24,500, and then the 1290, well, that's up 26 and upwards. So look at this, the Serenity, isn't it beautiful? This is just the main fire road now, just heading out to the black stuff. Well, we're coming into a little place called Wollombi. So any local people who are watching this video, they know exactly where this is. Not too far, so it's about 30k from Cessnock. Nice little town, gets very busy on the weekend. So we'll just leave the camera on to give you a bit of a look. Nice little town. Sorry for the sniffing, if I'm sniffing, my ears are just bloody blocked all the time. I'm unblocking them, that's all I'm doing, so. Sniff. Yeah, and as you see, Wollombi Tavern, yeah, you get a lot of bike riders there. We won't be stopping, we will not be stopping. Little road bikes. It's funny with the waving, isn't it, with the bikes? You get the road bikes coming past and they'll see you on the venture bike, and 9 times out of 10 they won't wave back to you. I'll give them a wave. I always crack myself up a little bit. A couple of Harley guys went past on their Harleys. They gave them a big wave, and they just pop, "What are you doing, you goose?" Anyway.